right, good afternoon. Just tuning in here from the church sanctuary in Salmon Arm, British Columbia here, and I just completed chapter 3 of Steps to Christ for the reading challenge that we're doing with Pastor David Asscherick, and just wanted to read one part. I have not completed the 5-part journaling yet. I plan to complete that tomorrow morning. And for those who have been following, or I guess I should say for those who have not been following, if you plan to follow, Pastor David Asscherick will be tuning in live tonight with chapter 3 reflections. So it's still a good opportunity to get in kind of on the ground and to be involved in this reading challenge. Chapters 1 and 2 are pretty short. Chapter 3 is a little bit more lengthy. So it took me a lot of determination to get through it. But right here in the end, there was just a powerful, the conclusion of this chapter is extremely stirring and extremely powerful. That's why I titled episode 141, A Heaven to Win and a Hell to Shun. It is so critical for us to realize there is something more that God has planned for each of us. And it's not just going to come to us if we don't want it. We have to want it. We have to desire it. God is offering it in abundance, but the choice is ours. Let me read this. It says, in all the Bible, there is not a more fearful warning against trifling with evil than the words of the wise men, that the sinner shall be holden, shall be bound with the cords of his sins. Proverbs 5:22. Christ is ready to set us free from sin, but he does not force the will. And if by persistent transgression, the will itself is wholly bent on evil, and we do not desire to be set free, if we will not accept his grace, what more can he do? We have destroyed ourselves by our determined rejection of his love. What a sad state, what a sad reality that there are some who will destroy themselves by rejecting time after time after time God's love, his matchless, wondrous love. In the Old Testament, there's a story about the children of Israel in the wilderness and how serpents had been sent into the camp. And Moses was commanded to erect a pole with a bronze serpent on it. And that if people would look, they would be healed, they would live. And so the appeal for each of us today is look and live. God loves each of us, each of you so dearly. No matter what sin, no matter what pleasures you have in this world, they are not even close in comparison to God's love and his desire to be with you forever. And so I challenge each of you to look and live. There's so much more I could say, and I may have an opportunity tomorrow to reflect on all of chapter 3, but I just wanted to point that part out and pray, and my prayer for you, my prayer for myself, because I know my own sinful condition and hardness of heart. My prayer is that God will melt our hearts, and he will not give up until we absolutely give up and reject him without condition. And so I just pray that each of us will allow his love and his grace to melt our hearts. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and look forward to tuning in with you again.